Camila's departure from Fifth Harmony is back in the news in a big way. The singer spoke to the New York Times and revealed her collaboration with Shawn Mendes, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Let's not sugarcoat it. What happened in Dallas wasn't a Jonas Brothers concert. It was a stage hijacking. The brothers thought they were giving fans nostalgia, a sweet throwback night of sing-alongs. Instead, they handed their arena over to 4 women with unfinished business. Ali Brooke, Normani, Dinah Jane, Lauren Jauregui. After 7 long years, Fifth Harmony came back, but not all of them.
There was a lot of drama when you walked away from the group.
Yeah.
And now that time has passed.
Because when the lights hit, when the screams erupted, one name was missing, one voice, one face, Camila Cabello. And that silence, it wasn't an accident, it was a statement. The crowd went wild as Worth It blasted through the speakers, 4 harmonies rising like a ghost of 2015. But as the cameras panned, fans saw the truth. 4 mics, not 5. A deliberate empty space. The reunion wasn't about celebrating the past, it was about rewriting it, about saying, we don't need Camila. Now, here's where it gets messy. Hours before the concert, the official Fifth Harmony social media, dormant for years, suddenly sprang to life. A cryptic post, a hashtag, Fifth Harmony follow spree.
I remember waking up on tour and going to my hotel room at 7 a.m. and going to my GarageBand and writing songs.
And yes, they followed Camila back. Fans screamed, peace, forgiveness, maybe she'll be there. But baby, that follow wasn't an olive branch, it was bait, a distraction, a way to soften the blow before the knife twisted. Because just hours later the show started and Camila was nowhere in sight. The internet exploded. Twitter threads turned into wars. TikTok froze frames of Normani's sly smirk, Dinah's hair flip, Ali's exaggerated grin, Lauren's cold stare. Every gesture dissected like evidence in a crime scene. Was that shade? Was that revenge? Or was it a warning? Here's the twist Ms. Cathy sees. This wasn't a reunion. This was a coup. The 4 women didn't come back to sing. They came back to erase.
I want to write for other people, but then it turned into no, actually, I want to sing these songs by myself. And I started just distancing myself from, I feel the group vision.
And what about Jonas Brothers? They weren't headliners anymore. They were cover, camouflage, the alibi for the boldest girl group betrayal in years. Camila Cabello wasn't absent, she was erased. By the next morning, the headlines weren't about the Jonas Brothers, they were about the reunion and the snub. News outlets scrambled to spin it. Camila was busy in Australia, she wasn't free, it was just timing. Please, nobody's buying that. This wasn't scheduling, this was strategy. Think about it. Fifth Harmony could have waited, could have scheduled a true reunion, could have sent an invite, but no. They chose this moment, they chose this stage, they chose to reappear without her, making sure the world saw the 4 of them stronger, tighter, cleaner. The message? We are the harmony, she was the discord, and fans, they're eating it alive. Half the internet is cheering, saying Camila betrayed them first in 2016, and this is the revenge they've been waiting for. The other half is furious, screaming that Camila carried the group.
Something happens psychologically, I feel in a group where you're trying to show your individuality in some way. Obviously the fans loved it because they're just yeah, show your personality.
That her success proved she was the star all along. And now, it's a war zone in the comments. One fan base split in 2, harmonizers versus Camilizers, tearing each other apart like this is 2016 all over again. But here's the kicker. Fifth Harmony didn't just revive themselves on stage. They revived the merch, new drops, retro logos, Weverse accounts buzzing. This isn't just nostalgia, it's business. A money machine firing back up. And nothing sells like scandal. So ask yourself, did Fifth Harmony plan this as music or as marketing? Miss Cathy wants to know, was this reunion really about celebrating the past, or was it a revenge play to humiliate Camila Cabello in front of the world?
And it felt like you know, they were still like really passionate and into that. And so I just was like, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Drop your hot take in the comments, because this isn't music history, honey. This is drama history. And don't think Camila hasn't noticed. She's on Instagram, posting glossy clips from Australia, smiling through gritted teeth, pretending it doesn't matter. But the timing, too sharp to ignore. Her absence isn't just coincidence, it's a scar. This wasn't harmony, this was war.
Oh, walls! It's my turn to talk about Camila? Okay. Why are you smiling?
Let's talk fallout, because this doesn't end with a concert. This is just the first shot in a bigger war. By stepping on stage without Camila, the four women rewrote their story. They turned themselves from victims of a breakup into survivors of betrayal. And they did it in front of tens of thousands, backed by one of the biggest boy bands in the world. That wasn't a cameo, that was a coronation. And Camila, she's left holding the bag. No matter what she says, no matter what excuse is made, the headlines are written. Fifth Harmony returns without her. That's the story that sticks. Here's where it gets even darker.
I love how she thinks about life. And like she also has like a carefree spirit about life.
Insiders are whispering about her 2026 tour, a full reunion tour without Camila. Tickets, merch, sponsorships, documentaries. Imagine the millions, imagine the interviews, imagine the shade, and every headline will remind fans that the group stood tall without the one who walked away. But fans aren't letting it go quietly. Already, Twitter is dragging the receipts. Old interviews where the girls threw shade, cryptic posts that now look like prophecies. She's too close to the CEO. She thought she was bigger than the group. The internet is piecing together the puzzle, rewriting history to make Camila the villain.
I feel like can really focus on and remember the really joyful times. And, you know, I grew a lot in that group.
And Ms. Cathy's going to say it. Maybe she is. Maybe this was the plan all along. Camila ditched them for a solo career, and when she soared, they waited. They watched. They bided their time. And then, when the world least expected it, they came back, not to welcome her, but to bury her. That's not reunion, that's revenge. And the Jonas Brothers, they're just the footnote. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody's remembering their set. Their own concert was hijacked by a girl group civil war. And they let it happen. So when you see the clips, when you scroll the hashtags, when you watch the TikToks of that night, don't think of it as a performance. Think of it as a declaration. Fifth Harmony didn't come back to sing, they came back to kill.